spewing.
Only 2 holes there. Yeah. So his abscess was right in this area here. What's going to happen is the pus is going to drain down by gravity and it'll come out of one of those 2 holes. It's not going to come out of the inside of the tube. It drains out around the outside of the tube. So between where the skin and the drain is. So your job is to make sure that the drain does not glue to the skin with a big crust of discharge. I'll send home some soap that you can wash it with. You wash it as many times a day as it needs to be washed in order for that hole to stay open so that the pus can drain out between the skin and the drain. And apart from kind of soaking a bit and washing the crusts off, it's perfectly fine to just kind of pull back and forth a little bit just to loosen the drain from the skin. This drain is sturdy, it won't fall out. It's sutured with 4 different sutures, so it's pretty secure there. It's going to stay in for 5 days. And
do we have to do the same thing with the top one that you were just doing with the bottom one?
Yeah, I would wash both holes so that the plastic is not glued to the skin.
Okay.
Yeah. After 5 days, the drain can be taken out, and if one of your house sitters wants to do that themselves, if they feel comfortable in removing the 4 stitches, then once the stitches are gone, all you have to do is take the drain and pull it, and it'll come out.
And then does he
The
he doesn't
holes
need
will-
a stitch or anything?
No, the holes will heal on their own. Once the infection is gone, those holes will actually heal very quickly.
Okay.
We should just leave them. It would be better than trying to close them.
Okay, what are the signs they should look for to show that something's wrong and they need to take them back?
If they cannot keep the drain from gluing to the skin, if it gets into a big crusty mess in spite of their best efforts, just come in and we will get it all back to a nice clean state so that it's working again. Otherwise, by the end of the 5 days, there really shouldn't be much discharge to speak of. And it shouldn't be tender or sore. He should be running around using the leg well, eating well, behaving normally. And if it all follows that, then go ahead and take the drain out. And really all you have to do is make sure the holes seal over and that they don't develop a new hole with more pus draining out, 10 days after you've taken the drain out.
Okay.
Usually, as long as you've done a good job of making sure the drain works so that the pus can drain out whilst you're giving the antibiotics, usually you have no trouble with infection afterwards.
Okay, so on Wednesday, which is 5 days from now, cut the little stitchy bits with like a little tiny pair of scissors and pull the drain out one way or the other and then just leave it.
Yeah, and I'm going to draw you a picture of the stitch here that you can actually